In this example, we want to find 35% of $50. If you're going to use the 10 by 10 grid, we're going to have to divide $50 by 100 first to find out how much there is in each part, and then multiplying that by 35 squares to find out how much there is in 35%. So let's get on with it. So we have 50 divided by 100, giving us 0.5 in each square. So 0.5 goes into each square over here. And then what we want to do is to multiply 0.5 by 35. So 0.5 times 35 gives you half of 35, which some of you know to be $17.5 or $17.50. So all this is 35%. Now, this may be a bit tricky for some of you who are not familiar with multiplication involving decimal places and involving a two-digit number. On the other hand, we could use the fraction out of 10 parts to find 35% out of 50. Now, 35% of 50 can be seen as 30% of $50 plus 5% of $50. Now, 30% of $50 is simply looking at 3 parts. And we know that 3 out of 10 of 50 is simply the same as 50 divided by 10 times 3, which gives us 5 times 3 or 15. So I've shaded 3 parts, and I have 5 in each part, giving me 15. Now over here we have the 5% of 50, and we know that 5% is actually half of 1 part in 10. So we're just going to only shade this part, all right? And because this part is half of 1 in 10, the amount here will be half of 5, which is $2.50. So if you add these up together, you have 5 times 3 plus 2.5, giving me $17.50. You can see in this case, you can avoid having to deal with multiplication with large numbers if you're not familiar with them.